Hi, Film Courage. My name is Cher Lytle, and I am a screenwriter. It's nice to meet you. I started doing sketch comedy at Second City and started writing before I actually took the leap into full script, which is a huge leap. To go from 3 pages to 90 at a minimum is that's a yeah, that's a lot of words. Oh. My current script is called Line of Descent, and I've been working on it for, I want to say years. It's an idea that I had a long time ago, and I just can't not tell stories. This is something that I have discovered within myself is I'm a storyteller by nature. And there was just this idea that I had for this story for years, and I was just trying to figure out the right path to go down. And so I've been writing this story in some kind of iteration. I finally just kind of got a hold of where I want the story to go and the characters that I want to tell the story within the last couple of months. And so I've been writing pretty frequently this one story. Like most people of my generation, my biggest influence is Star Wars and Indiana Jones and that kind of stuff. I'm also heavy into comedy. But my biggest influence for telling stories has been Twilight Zone. I've always been intrigued by the story of man and his mind and situations that they may go in, and how does a person react to various emergencies or life decisions. And so this was of that vein. That's why I wanted to write it. What would my characters do given this situation? What makes a family out of friends? What makes a bloodline family? Is there a difference between the two of them? There were a lot of questions that I wanted to have answered, and that's why I wanted to tackle this story. I didn't quit on it because it's been nagging at me for a long time, and like scripts or things to buy in the store, if it's in the back of your mind for more than a week or a month, something that's a story that needs to be told. My goal for these are very interesting questions, Film Courage. The goal for this particular script is I'd like to see it completed. I'd love to see it out there and viewable. I would like to see it finished. The short-term goal is I'd love to sell it. That would be great. Screenwriting has made me more accountable. It's made me more like I have to tell the story. When do I write? At all times of day. That was something that I really wanted to make sure that I did, because I can see myself falling into a pattern of if things aren't right, I can't write. So I didn't ever want to be in that situation. I read somewhere that a very famous writer could only write standing up, writing longhand on a barrel. And I remember reading that when I was like in high school and thinking, well, that's really freaking limiting. The inspiration hits me at any time, and when the inspiration hits at any time, then I need to start writing. It could be right after I took a shower. Ideas just start coming in. It's like, that's what I need to do. And so, okay, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to start writing, and then I write until, whenever I'm done with that thought. Or I get inspiration at 6 o'clock at night, or I get inspiration in the middle of the day. I think that I don't ever wanted to limit my imagination and my want to write. That's my cat. Cleo. Hi, Bonnie. And she helps. My goals is to be successful at it. To be able to tell stories, and that's what I do for a living. Oh God, how awesome would that be? Writers and writing has always seemed like some lofty profession. Like books and movies were written by otherworldly people. It wasn't something that I could do. Writing is something that's above us all. That's kind of how, because everything originated with the written word. I wrote because I felt the need to. but I never thought that I could call myself a writer. And it wasn't until I won a screenwriting contest a couple of months ago, and one of my friends told me, "Well, do you write?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, then you're a writer." And it's like, "Okay, I don't get paid for it. Can you really consider yourself?" I don't know. There's not really a story to my screenwriting career. It's beginning. I won a contest screenwriting. I've placed in a few things. I always like to enter contests um, that you write in the contest. You don't just submit a script. It's like it gives you parameters and then you have like 24 hours to write. I like to enter those contests to keep the skill level up, and I think that that's important as well. Is like, if you write a script, it's great and all, and you can fine tune it and you can, twist it and get the nuts a little tighter and all that crap. But if you put all of your eggs in that one basket, you're limiting yourself to what more is out there, and I think that that's also important. Thank you, Film Courage, and anybody who watches this. My name again is Cher Lytle, and the script that I'm working on is called Line of Descent. Have a great day. Bye bye.